You know, there's something about making your own bread at home with your own hands and using fresh ingredients and doing this all from scratch. Today on Jay's World Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make a completely amazing seed bread. And this recipe, although it comes from South Africa, is not unique to South Africa. Every country has their own version of seed bread, and this one's pretty traditional. The nice thing about this is, firstly, like my favorite bread, you don't have to knead this. It's simply a mix together. Secondly, you can substitute many of these ingredients for your own favorites. But let's have a look at what these ingredients are. You're going to need a half a cup of bulgur, which is coarse ground, and a cup of boiling water. You're going to use 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of rolled oats, 1 cup of sunflower seeds, a tablespoon of yeast, a tablespoon of honey, 1/3 of a cup of oil, and 2½ cups of warm water, as well as 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds for the topping. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to combine your bulgur with your boiling water and leave that for 40 minutes until it really does swell up quite a lot. You're also then, about 10 minutes before the end of that time, going to put your honey, your warm water, and your yeast together and let the yeast bloom. In a large bowl, we're going to combine our flours, so our whole wheat flour, our all-purpose flour, and our salt. And I'm just using a whisk just to sort of mix those together, just very lightly. And we're going to add in our rolled oats and our sunflower seeds. And I really do enjoy making breads, and the nice thing about this one, again, it's a no-knead bread. So all you've got to do is mix everything together. Now we're going to add in our bulgur, and mine's absorbed all of the water that I put in there, which is great. But if there is any water left, you want to make sure that you incorporate that water into the mix as well. And at this point, you can also add in your oil and give that a good stir. And now we're going to add in our water and yeast mixture. And just make sure that if any of the honey is settled at the bottom, that we're getting that incorporated as well. And now we're simply going to mix all of that together until it becomes a dough. And really, it takes no time at all just to put this together. And I have buttered and lightly floured 2 5x9x3 loaf pans, and we're just going to very simply divide this in. It's almost a batter really, more than a dough, but we're going to divide it into half roughly and pour it into each one. And once it's in our pans, we're just going to make sure that we spread it nice and evenly across each pan, right into the corners. And really, that's all there is to that. Let your loaves rise uncovered for 40 minutes to an hour, just until they reach the top of the pan. Now, of course, you can substitute and you can add in things like poppy seeds or flax seeds, and you can substitute sunflower seed for either of those, or you could just add them all in together. It really doesn't matter. That's the wonderful thing about this very versatile bread. Now, mine has been rising for about 40 minutes, a little bit over. My kitchen's kind of warm, so it's actually kind of nice, but you'll see that if I do this, the the dough sort of jiggles a little bit, and that's okay. That's exactly what we want with very loose dough, because it's going to give us a lighter bread with a better crumb. And I'm just going to be sprinkling on top of that some of my sesame seeds. And now what you're going to do is you're going to pop your loaves into a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 20 minutes, after which you're going to sort of move them around, drop the temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and let it bake for a further 25 minutes, and then enjoy. As anticipated, the smell is just wonderful in here, and I really do like how these loaves turned out. Quite soft and pliable, but a sort of like crispy crust on the outside. Quite a lot of sesame still on there, but again, you can top this with anything you want. The crumb of the bread is quite dense, but it doesn't feel heavy, and I just can't wait to taste this. So cut myself a slice and put a little bit of butter on the top, and oh, this just looks so good. Oh man, that's wonderful. The seeds in there are just so good. That is really, really tasty. You've got to try this, and if you do try this recipe, I want to hear from you in the comment section how it turned out for you and how you made it unique and yours alone. Thank you so much for watching. Remember that if you enjoyed this video, to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and remember to turn on notifications so that you know when my next video drops. Remember too that you can follow me on my social media, and all of those links are below in the comments section. And until next time, happy eating.